Hello everybody and welcome back. So we're gonna do this really cool material for this stone ring. And if you don't want to do this stone ring, you can find it in the description below. But we did it in Houdini in the last tutorial. So if you want to do it, you can do it by yourself. And the glowing part here, we divide it with vertex color, and it's procedural. So we're gonna make this material inside Unity. So you can see here, this is kind of how the rock material, stone rock material look. So we're gonna make this, and so let's get started. And we're gonna delete it and start from fresh. So in the last tutorial, as I said, we did this ring here, and it looks like this. So we have a mask, so that's perfect. So we're gonna make a shader, and I'm gonna copy this name so we can have the same name. Shader graph, URP lit shader graph. And first off, create the material. And then we just put it on. And here we have the shader. So I'm gonna set it up like this. Actually, I'm gonna try if this works. Sometimes it do work, sometimes not. And I'm gonna see our ring here has the mesh name transform 1. If you want to change this, you can open up Houdini if you have the file, of course, and then just do a null node. And you can do like this and call this mesh stone ring, because here you have transform 1, and that's why we have the name here. So you can just put a node with the name here, and if you resave it, now you have transform 1 is mesh stone ring. And the reason I want to change that is because here now we can have custom mesh. And we're gonna search for mesh stone ring. Oh, I have a lot of one. So let's do stone ring tutorial and say one more time. So now let's do custom mesh tutorial. Here we have it. Perfect. So it works. Let's hope for that. Sometimes it freezes. So we're gonna make stone material first off, and we're gonna make sure that the vertex color works. So we're gonna do a swizzle, and it was green, so the color we're looking for is in the eye channel. And it works. This is perfect. So we're gonna have a lerp. And this lerp, gonna use this color here to divide. So we need 2 colors. So it's gonna be color 1 and color 2. And we have them here. So color 1 gonna be something like some rocky thing going on. And color 2, we're gonna have it like fire. And also I'm going to change the color 2 to be HDR. So now if we click on the color, we can overshoot it. And that's good, because now we can make it glow. So I'm going to do like 4 on it. So it's pretty strong. So we do the glowing part in 1 and the rock in A here. So this is a basic setup. And now we're going to focus on getting the stone to look like stone. And so we can just put this aside for now. And we're going to have a simple noise for this one. So if we just plug it in here and save, and now you see we're starting to get this noise here. So we can keep this size of the noise. It's good. And You can see, if you remember, it was a little bit more noise kind of in the last one. So if we do this really nice thing, tiling and offset them, so we're actually going to do offset on this simple noise to get more rock feeling. And so I'm just going to copy this node here. And the reason is because I want the 500 resolution here too. And then I'm going to offset it. And first off, it's going to look wacko, really crazy here. And but we're going to remap it. So if we do float here and do noise, rock noise offset, and use it here. And we're going to do this rock noise offset. It's a slider between 0 and 0.1 because it's going to be so weak. So if we do like negate, so we're going to negate it, and we're also going to have a positive one. So if we do like this, we have this rock noise going to be negative and positive in a vector 2. And then we're going to, of course, if we take this noise in a remap node like this, so the noise is always going to be between 0 and 1. So we keep this 0, 1 value. And then how much do we want to offset it with? Well, we can do this with this rock noise. So now you see, if we do this to 0.01 maybe, you see now we get just a tiny offset. And this makes a really nice feeling to be a rock material. So you can of course change and tweak this, but I'm actually going to have it like this. So we don't get stuck in just tweaking. So if we have a remap node after this noise, then we can just control, so we get, yeah, I don't know, do we really need to do this? Maybe just a little bit lighter. And then we can multiply this rock with the color we have. So we want a more light color. It could be nice to have this tweakable. So this looks really good, but we're going to do a final thing that's going to make it really pop. And so if we take our, let's see, where are we? Save. We need to save it. And I'm gonna remove this global volume for now. It actually has a bloom in it. So I'm just gonna show you here. I have a global volume and I added bloom to it. I'm gonna show you in an upcoming tutorial a little bit when I tweak this. But for now, you just need to know I'm just have no additional settings. So you see the stone material looks pretty good, but we're going to add the normal to it. And that's going to make it really good, look good. So if we do normal from height, and we can have it in here. We do the remap one in, make sure you have it in the in one, and then in the normal. And now you see we get even more rocky feeling. So maybe you want to lower it a little bit. So now it looks like this. Started to look like a rocky material. Cool, 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 cool. And we could actually change the tiling, maybe, yeah, 0.5, 0.5. So you get a little bit bigger noise on it. So then it looks like this. Yeah. What's going on? It doesn't feel right. Let's do the noise like 300 by 300. I shouldn't have done anything with the tiling. yeah, as you understand, you can just keep on tweaking this. But I'm gonna do 400, 400. And then I'm gonna leave it like that. So I'm just changing the noise, and I'm actually gonna have a little bit more normal. I put it back to 0.01. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it for that. That's gonna be nice. So, and also you see this spike here. That's because we did in the Houdini file, we did this poly reduce thing. So if you want to work with that, you can remove, don't do so much poly reduce and other stuff, but for the purpose of the tutorial, it's not really important. So now we have that fixed, and that looks really good. Now we're going to have some kind of moving pattern to this glowing part, and if we look at the material, we can also take this color and crank it up a little bit more, or tweak it. You can have some other color as well. I like kind of orange is like this. So this is what we have now, and now we're gonna make some we're gonna make sure it moves. And actually it looks a little bit too shiny, so I'm gonna change the smoothness, do 0.2. Or was it good before 0.4? I don't know. Maybe what, yeah. Anyway, let's continue with the fire. So the fire is this color 2 node, and what we want to do, we just want to make some simple noise to it. And then we're actually going to do that in this color, in this lerp. So if we just do a simple noise again, and this time I'm just going to do 50 in this noise because I want the noise to be bigger. And if we do a tiling and offset, now we have possibility to do offset here. So let's say if we do the offset here, now we can just change one of them. So I'm going to do offset in this direction here. And it's just a matter of preference. You can maybe do both. You just need to try it out. But I'm going to start with this. So if I do time, so we have this time here and put it into I. It moves, so that's super nice. And if we just multiply the green mask value with this one, we will have this mask to kind of move like this. Looks like it's burning. So it is perfect. So we can actually leave it like this and save it and see how it looks. So as you see, this is how it is done. And of course, you can see there's a little bit more tweak in the final result. But so one thing could be that you want the color to have a noise too, so you could add that. So it's just a matter of having a simple noise, and then you multiply that and offset if you want. I think it looks good enough with just this one, so we can leave it. And you can change the speed here if you would like to. So that's nice. And also I would like to just, I was thinking about maybe changing the smoothness, but I think the smoothness was pretty good. So if we look at this one more time, remove please, Oh no, it's bugging out. This is not good. Okay, now it works. Good. So we could do like this actually. If we just move scene back to the main view here, we can just make sure it works. So we have the color. We can change the color of this one here. So that looks kind of rocky to me. And then we have this intensity here. So if you want to have this intensity to look really cool, you can add this global volume. So you just right click and do global volume. And when you have this one, you need to make sure you make a new one here. So you can just press new one. And then you add override. And we're going to make a bloom. We're going to have intensity up to 1. Here you see, this is how you add that kind of feature. So there is actually one more thing we're going to add before we conclude this tutorial. And if we look in here, we're going to add an amp. So because we need it in the next tutorial. So we're going to add a float, and it's going to be an amp for amplitude. It's going to be a slider between 0 and 1. And what we're going to have, we're just going to make sure we have an amplitude. And we're going to have it here. So it's going to be a multiplier. So it's going to be just a multiplier for the mask. So when we have it here, and save it, and we go back again. And now we have this amplitude, so we can kind of, just with a slider, add this fire going on. Super cool. All right, thank you so much, and see you in the next tutorial.